Hey y'all, this is my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review for episode 4. So last week we left off with Meredith having a complete meltdown on the ice, with Jen not owning any accountability in regards to her son Brooks. So we start off the episode with Lisa trying her hardest to get Meredith to go back and talk to Jen. She's like, Lisa, you have to make up with Jen. Meredith is like, I don't have to do anything. And I agree. Why is Lisa going so hard for Jen? I think Lisa is doing this more so for Lisa than for Meredith and Jen. She wants to make it easy on her conscience to be friends with both of them. I'm sorry, I would not jeopardize a 10-year friendship for somebody like Jen Shaw. And Meredith clocks all this in her confessional. She's saying Lisa's just doing this to make life easier for her. So then we cut to Jen with the other ladies, and Whitney's trying to get her to talk to Meredith too. Jen doesn't want to hear it. She thinks she's the whipping boy of this season so far. She thinks she's being blamed for things she didn't do. Like, just say sorry. That's all. We continue to see Whitney and Heather trying to talk some sense into Jen, but Jen is like, I'm not gonna own this, I'm not. And then she gets up. Jenny's competitive ass, she just walked away and just started ice fishing again. Jen is now bringing up that there's double standards, and I swear to God, if she brings up being a brown girl, I'm gonna rip my flat screen from the wall. Does Meredith need to take some accountability for her son talking about her vagina? Yes. But you also need to say sorry for going at it with somebody that's half your age. You're supposed to be the mature one. I get it that she's crazy, y'all, but she needs to, like, be an adult. So Lisa heads over to Jen trying to call her over, and Jen tells her to shut the F up. Your friend, Lisa, your friend. And the side commentary about Whitney and Heather is everything. Heather says she is not going to the weak side of the ice because she lied about her body weight. Keep Heather on the show. I love Heather. Lisa is going into overtime. She's just, look, Jen, look, when you hear this, you'll understand. Brooks didn't come out yet. I didn't say anything about Brooks! Like, chaos in the first 3 minutes. You guys are not gonna put this shit on me. Lisa just took Jen's backpack and put it on her so she can't leave. Dedication. Now Jen is having a meltdown. I'm surprised Meredith didn't leave after all this. Like, Jen continues to yell, and shout out to the producers. When she says vagina, they make it echo out into the ice field. This is just some good work, y'all. So in a fit of rage, Jen's bracelet falls to the ground. Lisa picks it up and hands it to her, and then Jen flings it. Like, it must have not been real, but according to Lisa, it is. 70 grand, Lisa? Child, okay, if she threw that, I would have put it right in my pocket. Lisa also says she doesn't mind Jen having a meltdown on her. She says she has a high tolerance for Jen, because later we'll see her tolerance for Whitney and Heather. So Whitney and Heather finally get up. They're going to Meredith. Heather's leaving even though she doesn't want to because she wants to see all this action go down. Whitney then asks Lisa, like, why are you protecting Jen? Why do you care so much for them to be friends again? Lisa's deflecting and saying she's not protecting Jen at all. She just understands Jen. I mean, I understand Jen too. I understand that she's a narcissist, she's a liar, and she's a criminal. That's what I understand. Meredith says she's done for the 15th time. I'm not sure why she hasn't gotten to her car and left yet. And then we see Jenny walk up to the ladies, who I completely forgot is on this show. Okay, it looks like we're on a completely different side of the ice now. We're with Jen talking to her first assistant, the one that's being charged along with her. He's trying to give her a pep talk to just apologize to Meredith and just move forward. Stu, they keep making me say sorry for things I didn't do. I could see her crying to the judge like this. So now she's getting an attitude with Stu. He's trying to calm her down. Like, if it's taking this much to get her to apologize, just don't. Move forward. Because at the end of the day, she ain't gonna mean the apology. Hold on. She did not say everything I'm learning from my therapist. Girl, who is your therapist? Because you need your money back. Oh, I'm sorry, you need your money that you stole from the old people back. So now Jen calmly walks up to the other ladies, and then she tells Meredith, I am sorry. The last thing I ever would want to do is hurt Brooks. Meredith says, thank you. And then Lisa quickly says, I believe her. Whitney's just looking like, what? Can we hug it out? After the past 30 minutes of yelling and chaos going back and forth, they really hugged. Wow. Jenny, shut up. You don't even go here yet. Why are you cheering for this? Jen also tells Meredith that she would like to apologize to Brooks directly. And it looks like Meredith is down for that. So now it looks like in the future we're going to have a scene between Brooks and Jen. So next scene we were with Kooky Mary talking to herself as she's making breakfast. Now we're with Jenny, who is folding towels with her children. Thankfully this is a montage and that scene is over with. So next scene, we're with Lisa, who's going over to her friend's house, to these two white women that look very much so alike. One of them looks a lot like Sarah Paulson. Wait a minute, this Angie person has a confessional. We have a friend of the show? Okay, her name is Angie. This is the one that looks like Sarah Paulson. She's friends with Lisa and she's known her for 20 years. Okay, for this franchise giving us a curveball. We bonded over our love of fast food. They are really discussing KFC right now. I mean, it's good. Have y'all tried the chicken sandwiches from KFC? Amazing. I was gagged how good it was. Sorry, I'm hungry right now. Back to the show. Wow, so the friend is having a charity event for LGBTQ Foundation in support of her transgender child. Wow, okay. In Utah, very progressive. I'm here for it. So Angie gives Lisa a disclaimer that she invited Whitney, who she's friends with, but she's letting her know, is this okay or not? Because, I mean, like we've all saw at the reunion, they were going at it. Lisa lies and says she has no issue with Whitney, but she says in her confessional that Whitney tried to annihilate her character. Lisa, you do a good job of that yourself. So we find out that Angie and Whitney are actually related, like they're cousins. Kind of like how Heather and Whitney are cousins. And then Lisa, her friend of 20 years in her confessional, is saying she doesn't buy this inbred polygamy relation they have. Wow. She said that about her friend? Lisa then says it's your house, it's your party, invite who you want. Lisa is such a fucking hypocrite, saying that she would never control who people are friends with. Okay. Oh goodness. So next scene we're with Mary and her son again. I mean, Mary is just so out of place on this franchise. I don't even think she's really friends with any of the cast members. Like, she should really just stick to being friend of. Good grief, this is an awkward scene. She's like, hey babe, what's up? He's like, like that's all he says. Like, what is wrong with him? I think he just must be camera shy. He has to be. Or maybe this is a product of Mary homeschooling him all of his life. Something is going on in that house. So she actually has company coming over, and it's Meredith, who looks like the Pink Panther right now. But she said that she just got a vampire facial. Meredith loved messing with her face. I will say, like, her work now, like after the show, really good. Took 10 years off her face. So it looks like Mary got an invite to the casino night. I didn't know she knew Angie, or maybe just producers made Angie invite Mary. So this casino charity event is gonna be the first time Mary and Jen have seen each other since the reunion, which, keep in mind, y'all, was only 2 months ago. So according to Mary, Jen did apologize to her at the reunion, but shortly after, some type of post Jen made in regards to Mary's grand husband circulated and got like thousands of likes, and she saw it, and now she said she was just done with her. Meredith then updates Mary that Jen apologized to her. Like, Jen's apology is worth less than nothing. Hopefully they've realized this. But Meredith accepts it because she just wanted the behavior to stop. And she believes that it will with Jen's apology. So next scene we have Whitney meeting the new girl Angie for lunch. Angie is not wasting no time, ain't she? She looks so much like Sarah Paulson, it's distracting. So Whitney is in her confessional explaining how she met Angie. She met her through Lisa, of all people, at a charity event. And then Angie told her that, I heard you're related to this old Mormon racist. So it turns out that they're cousins. I don't know. I mean, I can't stand Lisa, but I do agree that there had to be some incestual activity back in the day with the Mormon population. Somebody in the comments can educate me on that, because I'm not familiar with the Mormon community at all. No offense. I'm just saying. They said it, not me. I'm just reviewing it. So the old Mormon racist is both of their great-great-grandfather. Damn, she says in Utah you really gotta make sure you're not dating your second cousin. I am enjoying Angie so far. Why did she not get a snowflake? I don't get it. She is bringing it her first episode. Wow, so Angie tells Whitney that Lisa told her that she would like it if she does not acknowledge Whitney as her cousin. That sounds like something Lisa would do. Ooh, so here come the mess. So Angie says that the catering company that she hired for her charity event canceled on her. This catering company is really good friends with Lisa, and it just so happens that after she told Lisa that Whitney was coming and she was friends with Whitney, they just so happened to cancel, and it had something to do with Lisa's assistant as well. So I could totally see Lisa doing something underhanded and shisty like that. Lisa is that high society bitch that'll try to make your life a living hell in social circles. Angie just has a hunch that Lisa is behind it, but she said if it's the case, she'll be devastated. I mean, of course, that's supposed to be her friend of 20 years. So next scene, we see a montage of all the ladies getting ready for Angie's charity event. I just realized though that with the Mormon community, like they're having a gambling event for an LGBTQ foundation as well as alcohol being served. Like, isn't that the trifecta of sin? So we're at Angie's house where the event is being held and she really pulled all the stops. This is money. Speaking of the casino, I need to go to Atlantic City this week. I haven't been in a while. I love to go to Atlantic City, y'all. I'm a gambler. Blackjack is my game. So we had most of the ladies arriving. Meredith looks good. I'm not sure why Mary tried to shade Meredith's fashions. Look at Jenny walking in looking like an Asian Donna Summers. She better work. So Jen arrives along with her husband, Coach Shaw, looking pretty dapper, I must say. And then the other ladies across the room, Mary and Whitney, they see her coming in their direction. They're trying to find a way to avoid her. Not Mary trying to cross over somebody banister in their home. Is Jen Shaw really that bad? Well, she is that bad, yeah. Point taken. Lord, and here go Lisa. And you can't tell her nothing in this dress, walking with her husband. She is walking like she is Beyonce on a runway. Wow, so when Lisa walks in, I mean, she sees Jenny and Whitney together. She goes straight to Jenny. She's like, hey, Jenny girl, like hugged her. Whitney is literally behind her. So then Lisa is face to face with Whitney. They say hi, and then Whitney's talking, so yeah, how are you? Lisa just hurries up and turns around. Damn, and then we see Whitney looking straight into the camera. Didn't Lisa do this last year with Heather? She definitely did. She totally like just brushed this woman off. Like, why does she not like Whitney? I think it's jealousy because Whitney is harmless. So the charity event is going well, no drama yet. The husband is speaking to everybody, and I am just taken aback by how progressive this family is. And I'm just wondering how they didn't make it as main cast members on the show. Like saying how much they love their transgender child. Like, I'm intrigued. Wow, Angie says in her confessional that they left their faith because of this. I love how someone casually in the audience says, $1 million right here. Yeah, we would love to give it. Just like that. So next we see that Mary and Jen have finally run into each other, and Jen is just acting like nothing is wrong between her and Mary. She's like, oh yeah, we need to get the families together. You need to get Rob Sr., my husband, they can have like a grill off. Mary is just twitching and like, she's just like, is this bitch for real? So then Mary calls her out on it. Like, you know, we made up after the reunion, and then a week later, you bashed me. And of course, Jen don't know what she's talking about. I mean, accountability in Jen Shaw, oil and water. She just keep lying. Ain't she tired of lying? She got caught already by the feds. Maybe she stopped lying after that. This is the most normal Mary has been. She's like, I thought you really didn't care for me. And she's asking Jen for consistency. Mary says in her confessional, the door is open, there's just a screen behind it. Do people still have those screen doors? That is a throwback for me. We definitely had that at my old house when I was like in single digits. So Jen reassures Mary that she's gonna be consistent. I think she accidentally had her hand like this and Mary just assumed it was a pinky promise. But yeah, it seems like they're good for now. Bitch, not Angie doing an outfit change in the middle of her charity event. Andy Cohen, Give her a snowflake. Again, I'm gonna say this throughout the video. She should be a main cast member. So as Lisa goes to hug Angie, Angie tells her that she wants to talk to her in private. So they go to a separate room, and then Angie lets her know about the catering controversy. So Angie tells her, and Lisa's like, what? Why? This has nothing to do with me. Lisa, she just said your assistant told them not to cater her event. It has everything to do with you. Lisa is clearly getting frustrated right now. You can see the red all going up her chest right now. Like she got caught. She looks blindsided. She thought she was gonna get away with this, trying to sabotage this woman's charity event. Angie tells her, everyone around me thinks you're involved. Lisa looks like she's about to have a panic attack. Ooh. Lisa just outed herself. Angie didn't say nothing about Whitney. Nothing. And then Lisa brought up Whitney's name first. Just admit it, Lisa. You phony. We see Whitney outside the door as they're talking. Whitney, by the way, this hairstyle, it ain't it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Now that Lisa realized that she got caught red-handed, she's now deflecting and she's also gaslighting. Poor Angie, though, you can tell she don't like confrontation because she's kind of backing down. She's not really sticking it to Lisa like she should be. Lisa's face is beet red. Oop! So Angie calls out Lisa on her hypocrisy by bringing up her relationship with Jen and Meredith, and that is exactly the same situation. Lisa is saying, well, Meredith and I are 100% good. Angie's like, are you sure? And then Lisa has to get up and go get Meredith to join them in this conversation. Wait a minute, why did she call Jen? Like, she was just supposed to call Meredith. Meanwhile, we take a break to see what Heather and Mary are doing. And Heather is teaching Mary how to take a selfie. I mean, I wonder how they get into it because Mary has accused Whitney and Heather of being racist. So Lisa literally drags Meredith in the room and tells Angie, our friendship is fine. Like, you can hear her voice breaking. She gets like this all the time when she's called out on her phoniness. So Jen comes in the room, she's all confused, wondering why she was told to come in. Meredith is even more confused, wondering like, why are they talking about her relationship with Jen right now and her friendship with Lisa is in question. Lord, and now Angie's husband come in, so now she gotta tell the story to everybody. I am upset right now. But there's no tears coming out of my eyes. I'm so upset. Jen says in her confessional that she's glad it's not her for once, but she actually looks like she's annoyed that the attention isn't on her. So now Angie's telling Lisa that she had a conversation with Whitney and asked her thoughts about it. Lisa interrupts her and says, why would you ask somebody about this who doesn't like me? Lisa, I think you can't stand Whitney. Whitney doesn't care if you like her or not. So then we see Whitney walk in, and then she sits down, and as soon as she sits down, Lisa says, Whitney, why are you here? Excuse me, bitch? Like, my name is being brought up. That's what she should have said. But Lisa brings in Jen, who had nothing to do with this situation. So why is Whitney, who's a topic of the conversation, not allowed to participate? Ooh, it took a while, but Lisa's nasty ass colors showed up in episode 4. Whitney just looks dumbfounded that Lisa told her this. It looked like she don't even know what to say. You can see the wheels turning of her thinking of her next action. So then Whitney responds, would you like me to leave? And Lisa says, yes, actually. And then Angie stands up for her like she should. Lisa is so fucking jealous of Whitney, it's concerning. So Angie just asks Lisa point blank, like, what's your problem with Whitney? Like, what does she do to you? And Lisa says she has a problem with me every time I breathe. It's all in her head. It is all in her head. Ooh, and now Whitney tells Lisa in front of everybody, yeah, I know you told Angie to unfollow me. I know you told her not to address me as her cousin or not to be friends with me. She told me. Like, Lisa's face just drops. Again, called out for her phony ass behavior. Lisa then tells Angie, thanks for telling her what I told you. Really? You said it. And then she refers to Whitney as this. I mean, they are giving the rest of the people in the room a show. Like, these three are arguing right now. So now Lisa feels betrayed by Angie, and she's just like, I can't do this. Where's John? Where's John? It's so awkward when she gets upset. because she's not crying at all. She's just squinching her face. But, well, she's trying to squinch her face because the bad Botox that she has, trying to feign some type of sympathy from the people in the room. She is like hyperventilating right now. And wow, Whitney, with the help of production, called out all of Lisa's behavior as she walked out the room. She clearly got caught red-handed being guilty. All right, so Lisa gets her husband and she leaves the event. Everybody else in the room just staring at each other, and we see the door close, and that is where the episode ends. This was a good episode. They really turned it up. Okay, they listened to me last week. I really enjoyed this. And then we got a surprise friend of the show. I love Angie. She did more in 30 minutes than what Jenny did in 4 episodes. Like, why is Jenny here? Like, I get it. Hooray, golf claps for diversity, but no, like, this is tokenism. Like, why have Jenny on the show if she ain't doing nothing? I don't have anything against Jenny. Let me just get that clear. It's just, you know, I want my housewives to bring it, especially the new ones. But yeah, maybe she'll prove me wrong. Maybe we'll be in episode 10 and I'll be praising Jenny. We'll see. But again, this was a great episode. I was pleasantly surprised. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Lisa's phony ass behavior. And with that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.